Seems like a good place to start.
Yeah, okay. We're officially on, by the way, guys. We're
Okay.
how late are we?
13 minutes.
13 minutes. That's not bad.
That's a new record. Yeah, it's a lot better than last week.
Last week was 45 minutes.
Yeah,
a day and 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
I blame Josh for that. Okay,
That was
first
my
off,
fault. That was 100% my fault.
so let's go here. There it is. Okay, we're up. We're live. We can see each other. We can see ourselves here. So I'm gonna move this over here so that I can see. Because if I don't put it on that screen, I'm gonna be staring at this screen. If I'm staring at this screen, I'm not looking at the camera. There you go.
All right, we're live.
We're good. We good on? We live on everything, or?
I have YouTube pulled up.
Okay. Jerema, do you have? What do you have?
I'm pulling them up now.
You guys ever seen a 6'7" Cummins throw a rod so hard it snaps the cam in half?
I've seen a 6'7" Cummins throw a rod so hard it snapped the block in half. like long ways. Like this way, not this way. I mean, physically hopped off the fucking engine stand.
Fucking packed its bags and said, "Aight, I'ma head out."
No, it packed its bag and said, "I'm going to space." Okay, let's make sure we're good on. I'll pop on Facebook real quick to make sure that we're live on the Facebook. On the Facebook. By the way, my Facebook finally updated. I friggin' hate it.
Oh, what? So now you have the dark theme?
Yeah, I do. I don't like it. Okay, we're live on Facebook. I can first thing on here. It's not the dark theme.
I posted from the group a couple minutes ago and said we're going live in 10.
Sweet. So no, it's not so much that I got the new Facebook, the dark mode thing. It's that new layout for Facebook I don't like. Anywho, either way, you gentlemen are monitoring chat for me, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my phone is dead, so that is freaking amazing.
We are up on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
Are we actually like on Twitch? Is Twitch working this weekend?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what I didn't try to fix it since last weekend, so if it's working, it's working. Not gonna argue with it. We're just gonna assume that I fixed it somehow. This man is taking selfies of himself with a camera facing the other direction to selfie himself. What up? All right, let's actually get into this podcast. So what is up, everybody? We are officially here for episode 4 of Car Talk. Welcome back, everyone. Anyone who's watching, I can't actually see right now because I don't have the other chat window up. But we are doing great. What is up there? The MT3. It's only me. Is it only you?
Me.
It is Friday at like 10 o'clock, so it may take a minute for people to roll in. Anywho.
See, it's 8 o'clock West Coast, 10 o'clock Texas, and
11:15.
11 o'clock East Coast.
It's 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. somewhere.
Who is the M3? What's going on, man?
I'm not
5 a.m. Where the hell are you?
I'm gonna guess somewhere in the other side of the world.
4 a.m. would be Europe.
So he's got to be in Europe, Australia, somewhere. Well, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. We are here today to do car talk. We've got Denmark. That's a new one. That's a far one. But we are here tonight to do car talk. We have all of us from all across the United States. I live in the southern part of the country in Texas. You got Jeremy on the West Coast, and you've got Josh over here to my left on the East Coast. And we are here to talk about dumb things like the stupid shit we do with cars and talk about news. So, let's, without further ado, let's jump straight into the news. What do you guys want to start with tonight?
Do I still have the article pulled up?
Depends.
I don't know. I have so many pages open right now.
You want to start with probably the one that's going to affect the M13? Because he's in Denmark. This article, this story may hurt him the most out of everyone here.
Yeah, this is a breaking article as of 8 hours ago today. BBS declaring bankruptcy again for the...
Oh, no, the website view is acting up. Bastard.
For the third or fourth time now. they're declaring bankruptcy again, hoping for another buyer. Here, you want the? I'll give you the link, Danny.
I already got it up. I was just trying to get it to pull up for the website view. The Chrome thing doesn't want to work. But yeah.
This is their third. They submitted for bankruptcy on July 16th. Their third time in the last 15 years that they've had to look for creditors to try and help them out.
Yeah, and I'm
honestly kind of shocked about, because they employ 1,200 people, which is that's a good amount of people. But not only that, they produce OEM wheels for a lot of manufacturers.
They do, and they're probably the best known for the BBSs that you actually see right here on the website, which are literally on this is what, an E30 M3, I think. I don't even know if it's an M-car.
Like it. Yeah, it's an E30.
But this is like their stereotypical wheel right here. And they produce that same wheel for, God, how many vehicles? They had those on, they're not that style, but they had them on Miatas, they had them on BMWs, they had them on Mark 3s, Mark 4s, Mark 5s.
Like if you own a Euro car or know someone that has a Euro car, they probably have mesh wheels.
Yeah, they probably have BBSs, which to me is...
I mean, I have mesh wheels, but they're not BBSs.
Well, it's because you're a dirtbag, okay? That's because you... First off, you're in a slammed out... Hold up, where the hell is it? I know it's in here somewhere.
It's in Jeremy's Discord if you're looking for the picture of my car. I'll copy it over.
Copy it over. I don't feel like moving to his Discord to find the thing.
I was going to drag it over, but Josh has it.
Josh should have some freshies in there.
Yeah, we can show pictures. Post up a couple pictures of my car. Let the people see them.
Throw them in memes, because that's where it belongs.
Ha! Good one.
I'm sorry, which one of us scrapes going over bumps? It's not me and my F-250. It's not Jeremy on his Honda scooter.
It's not me either. I'm on air.
What's your excuse, Jeremy?
Where is my page?
We don't talk about the Honda right now. It doesn't drive.
Doesn't run.
And I got a lot. And there's a lot of lights on the Benz right now.
This man wants an FD. This man hits us with hey, well, I found an FD the other day for $11,000. I'm thinking about buying it, and we're like, dude.
I'm like, I really want it.
How are you going to keep an FD running when you can't keep a Honda moped running?
Here, Danny. I'll just re-upload them to here.
That's perfectly fine. While you're doing that, let's move on to something that's probably a little bit on the sadder end of news today, which is my idol, because he invented my favoriteest line of cars ever, has passed away.
He passed away on July 11th. Yoshihiko Matsui, the lead designer for the iconic Datsun 240Z, passed away at 86.
The same man that coined the phrase and the name for these cars as Fair Lady, because he loved, I think at the time it was a musical at the time. It was My Fair Lady.
Yep.
And that kind of sucks. I love the 240s. I love 260s, 280s, 300s. I love 350s. I just love the body design. The cars were simple. They were amazing to drive. I still want another 240. I want a 240Z so bad.
They're so beautiful, and there's a lot of nice finished projects out there that people have done with them, and they're just a gorgeous looking car for that time period.
Not to mention they're great handling.
On that,
they're so expensive,
tragedy.
Though.
Great tragedy. I only have one thing to say. Can we get some F's in chat, everybody?
Yeah,
everybody watching. We need some F's in chat for that one.
F's in chat, because that is, you never want to hear about that. You never want to hear about somebody passing away. But that was one of those iconic car makers. You know, he like this was crazy car design for its time, and it still is. And these cars will forever be remembered, truthfully, at least in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
they'll never go down in price. They'll always be an iconic car that people want to have.
You know what's funny? So I actually had a chance to buy a 240 a few years ago. Or not even a year ago. There's a 240Z, like with everything, like soup to nuts, everything, like stock body, unmolested motor, like beautiful paint. $10,000 is what it went for at auction, and that was on the lower end.
Josh, you got to stop posting memes when we're talking about this topic.
I'm not looking at
them. Keep posting memes. Yeah, just click out of the chat.
I'm not even going to look in the chat, because they're going to see instantly when I click over the chat. And let's It was just like I want to treat this with a little bit of like, you know, this is not something like there's no replacing this man.
No, there really isn't. It's a terrible tragedy. Thankfully, I don't know the circumstances on how he passed. He was older, so I imagine it was, it was probably a natural passing. So that's really the best we could wish for any of our great automotive legends.
Yeah.
He'll definitely go down as one to be remembered.
Oh yeah, he's up there. And it also makes me nervous for the 400Z that they keep talking about making.
I mean, if anything, now I feel like that gives them an extra boost to make it because now it's an homage.
They'd have to. They do have to make one more for him. Let's be honest, because the 370 you can't end on a 370.
But if they're doing the 400Z, the way their naming scheme goes, that means it's going to be a 4-liter.
It's gonna have a GTR motor in it.
Well, that's how they're
have a stroked out GT. Oh my god.
Well, think about it.
I can't help but laugh at that because that would be wicked.
But think about it. That's how their naming scheme's always gone. The 240s had a 2.4 liter, 350s had a 3.5 liter, 370 had a 3.7 liter.
He's not wrong.
We're getting a 4-liter.
We're getting Barras. They're gonna license the Bears from Ford and put them into the fucking.
I don't even think Ford holds. I don't think Ford holds that licensing anymore.
Maybe Nissan picked it up.
I think we would have heard about that.
That's true.
Anyhow, moving on.
Another sad passing today in Australia. Oh, it's sad to look at.
Oh, the F40.
Someone crashed their Ferrari F40.
What you get for being stupid? That's all I got to say.
That is $2.5 million mistake.
That's done. Like that thing is.
Granted,
done.
I imagine it's probably insured, but they only made so many of those, and it's not like you can just roll down to the Ferrari dealership and get another one.
No, there's literally zero chance of you doing that. I don't think Ferrari even makes new parts for it. I mean, I know car manufacturers still make new parts, but I think Ferrari specifically does not make parts for the F4 for that car.
F40.
Literally the quote from the police officer who arrived to the scene just said, "It's pretty stuffed."
That's extremely Australian. That's all I gotta say.
That's what he said.
And the driver got a ticket for not being in control of the vehicle.
How can you tell?
No one was injured, which is good, but that F40 is definitely probably totaled out.
You know what the worst part is? Somebody's gonna buy that.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna sit in their driveway for 3 years.
It's probably still worth $500,000 totaled.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they're worth more than that. They're worth way more than that because Gas Monkey bought one totaled for like $750,000. 7 years ago. I remember that.
I remember that was a beautiful build too. I was a fan of it. I liked it.
Yeah, they also put another like $750,000 into it. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have to buy OEM parts.
That's what happens when you have to buy freaking Ferrari parts. But I can guarantee it. But don't forget, this is Australia. So what's going to happen is this thing's going to get bought by someone, and it's going to do the same thing in Australia that it does in the U.S. It's going to sit in their driveway, and this image right here is what somebody's going to see. Their neighbors are going to see for the next 3 years until I finally sell it. Because, let's be honest, nobody wants to float that tab. I don't. I know I don't.
I don't.
I mean, if you own an F40, you probably have the money to fix it, and I'm sure he'll fix it.
I actually need to go check on something. I hear dogs barking, and my dogs are not outside. You gentlemen keep talking.
You guys know that they just sold a space shuttle?
Wait, what?
2008 Rockwell International Space Shuttle. It was just up for sale out of Georgia. It's sold now. I wish I could share the link from Facebook. Jesus Christ. Let's see if I can find the post. Here, I'm going to share it to...
Let's see.
What the?
How much did it sell for?
$2.25 million.
Is it bad that that's the same price as the S40?
I think it's a joke. I'm pretty sure it's a giant joke.
Like $2.25 million is the same price as that crashed F40.
I'm gonna send it to our Car Talk Messenger. It's definitely a giant joke because it was on a Facebook meme page, but it says flew when parked, just needs a fuel cell and a booster rocket, but would make a great LS swap.
Oh my god!
But the guy marked it as sold.
I mean,
it's probably really confused for a second.
It's probably another meme, kind of like when like COVID started and people were posting up like toilet paper on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
It's hilarious though, absolutely hilarious.
Just that was a false alarm. I was not getting broken into.
Good thing you live in Texas.
I live in the middle of nowhere. Before I get shit for this, I'm not drinking this whole thing. I just did not feel like bringing my cup with me to the kitchen.
I just drink the whole thing. I got my water bottle full, and then I have four full plastic water bottles next to me, so I don't have to get up and refill it.
You're a monster.
I drink cold water. What do you want from me?
Fair enough. Okay, so where are we at now?
You guess some of the memes.
I guess talking about swimming in cold water. Mercedes pulling out of North America on some of their sales, on some of their production.
Yeah, that I still don't get why they're doing that.
So Mercedes-Benz ending C-Class production in the U.S. factory out of Alabama, and they're ending their A-Class production in Mexico and just moving everything over to Germany.
So import just like so. Okay, so I will say this. I feel like Mercedes-Benz are more popular overseas, just overall.
I mean, like
that's my thought on it, is that they're probably only selling the E-classes here in the States. So like why would they be producing the S-classes and the E-classes if they're not selling?
Yeah, like in the US, you're going to have basically the rich parents or rich businessmen who are going to have like the SUVs or the coupes or, one of their sporty.
Or the G-Wagons. Let's be honest. I saw a G-Wagon the other day rolling around Texas. I was surprised.
I love G-Wagons.
When I worked at Canopy Lake over in New Hampshire, the owner of the park had a G-Wagon.
There's a house right down the road from me in Bedford, and they have 2 G-Wagons, a white one and a gold one. And on top of that, they have 2 Land Rover Range Rover Discoveries. Yeah.
Hold up. When you say gold, you talking like champagne or like gold? Like rapper gold.
It's like a factory gold.
Okay, so like that champagne color they make.
Yeah, but it's more of like an actual like gold tone than a champagne or like a rose gold.
Okay, so it's an iPhone.
A little more gold, like a real gold color, just not like chrome shiny.
Not like that gold wrap, like that. Have you seen that all gold?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
What's up, DJ?
Thank you for Autoplay and DJ2OP. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Is that on YouTube?
It's on Twitch. I got DJ on Twitch. What's up, bud? You came in just in time to hear us make stupid comments about Mercedes G-Wagons.
But yeah, so they are ending their sedan production of the C-Class in the US and their sedan production of the A-Class in Mexico. So they're only going to be doing their SUVs in North America. So any sedans you want to get in the US are going to have a little bit of extra tax on them.
I just found the greatest tool I have seen ever.
Is that what you just sent me?
Yup.
What?
It is a pickle fork attachment for an air hammer.
What?
That's genius.
Wait, what?
Hold up.
Why didn't I think of that? I could have made millions.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I have to go to Facebook to show this.
Oh my god.
It's awesome.
Bah, go away.
Lots of Bronco memes.
That just makes life 10 times easier.
That's awesome, dude. I can't believe I've never seen that.
That's pretty badass.
I can't believe I didn't think of it.
They played it in slow motion, so it's like that thing's just
Air
off
hammer?
in an instant. That's pretty dope.
I'm pretty sure somebody just put a pickle fork in an air hammer. That's what that looks like to me.
Yeah, it looks like they just shoved it in and cranked it on.
Yeah,
Well, no, because air hammers, they need a specific size shank, and then they have the bell part that actually locks in on the spring.
I have a sneaking suspicion somebody just machined that down. That is,
or welded it onto a regular one.
Yeah, I mean it works. I mean we have proof it works.
That's pretty badass.
I know what I'm making. I'm a welder. That's what I do.
Give a man a welder. This is the shit he comes up with. I ask for a roll cage, and all I get is okay.
You get an easy ball joint remover.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
Probably the easiest ball joint remover, because I can't tell you how many times I've fucking busted my knuckles trying to split a goddamn ball joint.
Dude, I toasted a ball joint on the Miata one day, trying to get it out. Like, I toasted it, like with a BFH.
Did you ever get those custom knuckles made for the Miata?
No. So that is something I am working on still. That is, and it's not custom knuckles. It's actually a custom knuckle add-on. So it uses factory knuckles and it moves the pickup point. But I'm still working on that. That is still well into the testing phase. That is, and I haven't been able to race all year because the United States has been shut down for 5 months. Oh my god. Okay, so after that ridiculous tool that somebody in this chat is now going to make, and if anyone wants to order any, hit us up on Facebook at spurofthemoment.com. You can get yours for $19.95 plus $29.95 shipping and handling. 2 easy payments at that, by the way.
2 easy payments. Yeah.
Two easy payments.
We do accept Venmo as well.
We accept Venmo, Bitcoin, feet pics.
Feet pics.
But the meme tool, let's check out what we've got in our meme chat for this week.
Let's grab some memes here. Let's see. This is the first time we're letting Josh have his own channel. So if it's bad, remember to be mad at him. Okay.
If any of you watching have me as a friend on Facebook on my personal account,
if you don't, add him.
He's not wrong.
Add him. He's not hard to find. Just go to the Facebook. You'll find him. He's one of the admins of our Facebook channel. It's really hard to miss him, and he will be posting more of these stupid memes there.
My personal timeline off his personal account is filled with memes 24/7.
I am friends with him.
Great ancient poster.
He is. Let's take a look here. So first off, this is his car, which in and of itself is a meme because it's a lowered Volkswagen, and the fact that it still moves under tone power is amazing.
Right? It looks pretty good though. I like it.
I mean, if you got rid of the rear camber a little bit, we could still be friends.
It's not as bad at ride height. When it airs out, because as you drop down, it sucks the rears in.
Okay,
so at ride height, it doesn't have that much camber.
Let's see here. Let's see some good memes here. What do you got?
The Spider-Man one.
Oh my! The 2020 Bronco. That is just mean. Oh my god! You've been on here for 5 minutes. How many memes did you find?
We literally made this meme chat 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like literally midstream, I was like, "Hey, here's your meme chat. Go nuts, post stuff." This man has now posted officially like 30 memes in 5 minutes. That is.
Yo, honestly, the breaker bar one, that's me at work.
Yeah, that's because you're the size of a midget.
That's actually a military photo, if you can't tell. That's
no, but I am a top tier ship poster, and if you tell a top tier ship poster to find memes and post them in a chat, don't be surprised when there's 30 memes in 3 minutes.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, we're gonna be opening up this. We're gonna be opening up the Discord here soon for everybody. By the way, we are working on that, and the Discord will be open to the public shortly. If you guys would like to join in for anything, if you guys want to see any of the meme stuff, all the topics will be posted there. We will also be. Yes, it is. Almost every channel aside from this channel that we are currently in is completely open for everybody. We will be posting, like I said, the entirety of the of how to get on the Discord and everything to the Facebook and I think Twitch as well, because I can't post it on YouTube yet. It's kind of weird.
Our topics channel in Discord is open to view but not open to post. So you guys won't be able to post anything in our topics channel, but you can give like a precursor to the show. You can go in and look through and see what our topics are going to be for the night, if we have any.
We do have a suggestion chat. If there's anything you guys really want to see, you can post links. We'll take a look at it, and it might get in that week's episode.
Yeah, it just depends. We always like to hear what you guys have to talk about too, because let's be honest, this is episode 4. We've spent 3 episodes now talking about electric cars and Broncos, and that is a perfect segue for the next topic, which is the Bronco. One more time. Yeah, the Bronco is here. The Bronco is officially out. So for those of you who either aren't in the U.S., don't give a shit, or have not been paying attention, Ford has reintroduced the Bronco. And it is officially available for purchase. Well, pre-order now. You can get on the list. I think it's $100. It's like the Tesla truck thing. But you can get on the list to pre-purchase a Bronco right now in the United States. I don't know about overseas. I've not done that much research yet. However, two big things that I do have to point out about the Bronco. 2 things that we both love and hate. 1, there's no V8 option, which upset. I'm not happy.
I'm not happy. I would love to see a Coyote and a Bronco. Granted, I put a 6-month. I say within 6 months of the actual official first ship Bronco. So as soon as the first person gets their first Bronco, within 6 months there will be a comprehensive swap kit.
Oh yeah, it has to be. Definitely. There's going to have to be, and then. But my biggest thing, one thing I do like about it though, is the MSRP. They are talking $29,900 for the base model 2-door 4-cylinder Bronco.
Which I mean, I like the options they went with. They have the 2-door 4-cylinder as their base model, and they have the 4-cylinder EcoBoost and the 6-cylinder EcoBoost as the 2 engines that they're offering for it.
But here's the big question though: is what price point do you get the manual at? Because this is another thing that I also like that a lot of people weren't expecting. The Bronco is officially shipping with a manual. I think it's a 7-speed or some shit, right?
Yeah, hold on. I have it's a cool and unusual 7-speed manual with a dogleg shift pattern. Includes a crawler gear at the bottom left position and 6 typically placed forward gears for day-to-day driving. So it's basically a 6-speed with like a double reduced.
Yeah, it's got a worm gear in it somewhere or something like that. So I'm just gonna go on record and say that this is the only new car in like 5 years from the big 3 that you can get with a manual option.
New car, yeah.
Because I don't think you can buy a Mustang manual anymore. I know you can't get a manual Dodge unless it's a very specific Scat Pack or Hellcat.
I'm pretty sure they still make Mustangs with a standard.
No, they make them with electric because they're shift or slappy paddle.
Hold on, one moment, please.
What? Yeah, I saw one of the new GT500s as a DSG. It's a DSG or a gated. Supposedly.
Hold on, one moment, please.
And Chevy doesn't make a manual, and I think the Camaro anymore. And even then, it's like you can't just go get one off the sales floor. No one carries them. You have to order them. Oh god, I think I got a hair mullet.
Nope, I'm right on Ford's website building a 2020 GT Mustang Premium Fastback, and your options are either a 10-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual with rev match. So you, sir, are wrong.
That is building one. You're not. That's not going to exist on a lot. No, is what I'm saying.
But that's the Premium Fastback. That's one of their packages. That's $32K.
Yeah.
Well, it starts at like 40. Hold on, let me go back. We'll just go with a regular GT Fastback. Let's see, hold on. Where's
It's under
shop?
cars.
Oh, I know. I'm just gonna see if I can find one in inventory somewhere.
I know.
And it looks like Ford's still producing the Fusion too. I thought they were getting rid of all of their cars except the Mustang. But
I think they were slowly phasing them out. They were still doing. I think they were still doing the Focus and the Fusion.
No,
as of right now, it's just the Fusion and the Mustang.
Yeah, they got rid of everything else.
Really, they got rid of the Focus.
Yep, they got rid of the Focus, the Fiesta, the Taurus.
Yeah, the Taurus was stupid. I'll go on record. I will agree. The Taurus was I don't like it. Anywho, while he's doing that, let's also talk about the only other little piece of information about the Bronco, and then we're going to be done with it until further notice, or until we get confirmation of the one of the other things that was stated that they might be doing with the Bronco, which is a Roush build, but we have no facts on that yet.
Yeah.
So we're going to touch on this while he is trying to prove me wrong really quickly, while he tries to track down a brand new manual Mustang in stock at someone's dealership somewhere in the United States.
I'm just going to go with the 5 closest near me, the 5 closest Ford dealerships to me, and see if anybody has one.
Okay. Anywho, so last topic on the Bronco for a little while, hopefully, and that is the Goodyear tires for the 2021 Bronco. Won't say Wrangler on them because reasons. That's literally the name of the article. Now, Jeremy, you wanna take your lucky charms and explain to us what's going on here?
Ford's got beef with Goodyear because the tires that they chose to use as the OEM tire on the Bronco says Wrangler on it. So they want Goodyear to take off the Wrangler branding because that's kind of in their competition range with the Bronco, is the Jeep. That's my guess. It says, the articles all say for reasons. We all know that's why.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're just trying to be shitty about it.
Let's see. I have 10 matches within the 6 closest dealers to me.
10.
I have an EcoBoost Mustang in a standard, a GT, another GT Premium GT, 3 more GTs, 2020 Bullet, and a GT Premium. So you can still get...
Bullet doesn't count because that only comes in manual. That is the only way you can buy that.
Big 3 do not make a car in standards anymore, and I have.
Are they new? They new?
Yeah, brand new, sitting on the lot, 2020s.
Okay, fine. I'll admit that I'm wrong. Anywho,
EcoBoost and the GTs.
right here. You take that dirty finger, you just fucking.
However, though, you were still technically right because you said a new car, and the Mustang is one of the longest produced cars on the road still, so it's not a new car.
I also said Ford is one of the few still offering a manual, and you've still proven my point.
Yeah, but you said the new Mustangs
point
do
me
not manual.
I found
10.
1 point
within
me. 0 points, Josh.
That's within 16 miles of me. I found 10 of them.
Oh my god.
Within 16 miles as the crow flies from my house in southern New Hampshire, there are 10 standard Mustangs.
Anywho, I'm just happy to see a manual option in something. Like it's hard to find manual option to anything anymore.
Yeah, and I mean
special ordering.
I can't say I blame them. The automatics are faster. They really are.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, yes and no. I don't know. If I'm gonna have
fun
automatics
with a car, are absolutely faster. If I want to
have fun with a car, I'd rather have a manual. If I want to build a drag monster, yes, I'm gonna go get a turbo 400 and drop it behind something. Like, let's be honest.
2-speed power glide. I'm trying to go real fast.
Fuck it, direct drive. Just weld the drive shaft to the freaking starter, to the flywheel. Just push start the bitch. Don't get off the gas. We're gonna push you over the line. Oh god. Speaking of other, so let's move on to the next topic because we're done. We're done with the Bronco. Hopefully for a while. I feel like I've said that a whole bunch of times, and I can already tell
I feel like
that's
a lie. Everybody watching,
yeah,
just know that that's probably a lie, and
there
will be more Bronco talk in the near future.
Most likely.
Right now, it's one of the more excitable cars for 2021.
It is the most excitable car I think Ford has brought out in a while, unless they bring back the Falcon. Unless they do that, then I think
the Falcon.
I just want to bring back a Falcon or a Falcon Ranchero. If they brought back either one of those or both, I would buy one in an instant. But
on a side note, do both of you have YouTube pulled up right now?
Yes.
I do not.
Oh, all right. So we have one person watching the live stream on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's probably me.
No, it says we have 3 viewers, and me and you have it pulled up. So that leaves 1 person. Oh, 4 now. There's 2 people watching.
I just got milk on the keyboard.
Ooh, F's in chat.
Yeah, big guy. This man just ruined his keyboard.
All right, to the other 2 people watching on YouTube, if I say F's in chat, I want to see some F's in chat. Come on.
The worst part is I'm not even seeing if they're talking. I'm not even seeing it pop up on any of my chat boards right now.
I nothing's in the YouTube chat yet.
Okay. Anywho, with that being said, let's move on to something that is interesting in car news today. There it is, Joshua Durate throwing F's. Duarte throwing F's at us, but I'm pretty sure it's you.
That is
monster. Now on to something in the more interesting.
Your chat was working because there wasn't a meeting in chat.
I'm trying to do a bit here. Stop.
Sorry, carry on.
Now to something more interesting in the news. Germany wants to give you a free car. Yeah, he perked up. This is something Jeremy found before. So evidently there is a thing going on in Germany right now where they have offered a grant to...
Hold on. Pause that thought real quick. Segue into the other topic that we've talked about on every episode so far.
Right there.
Carry on, Danny.
Okay.
Electric vehicles.
Yes, I'm sorry. We're gonna beat this. We're gonna beat this dead horse to death again. Because
we're going to resurrect it and then beat it to death again.
Exactly. And that's mainly just because of it's another hot topic issue. But Germany right now has officially granted, I guess this is Renault, is it? Yeah, Renault.
Excuse me, sir, that's Renault?
No, it's a Renault Zoe.
It's Renault.
Hold on, pull Google Translate. Google Translate right now. Come on. They'll Google text to talk. They'll tell you how to pronounce it.
Whatever.
It's the Renault Zoe. I'll take this.
Okay, go ahead.
The German government has granted Renault a grant to provide EVs to the citizens of Germany. The Renault Zoe is their EV, and they are allowing citizens to lease it for 2 years without paying a penny for it.
Not gonna lie, that is not the ugliest car. Like, let's be honest, this is a K car. First off, you guys know what I'm talking about.
It looks like a Nissan Versa.
Yeah, it's like a K car. If you guys know what I'm talking about, there's a series of cars in Japan called K cars. It's a classification. They're smaller subcompacts. It doesn't look bad. I could see myself dailying that, like, to an office where I sit in my cubicle and slowly stew and try not to murder my cubicle mate for being an asshole.
And hate your life every day. Wake up every day and go to work and try not to commit mass murder on everybody in the office because you hate your boring white collar job.
Let's not go that far. But yeah, I would I could easily see myself, like, if I worked in a city or something, I would drive that. I would 100% drive that.
Yeah, it'd be a great commuter car. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like
my issue with any commuter car though is, does it have enough legroom?
So it's a 4-door. Well, I think that's another door. I can't tell. I see a body line, but that may just be fake. Who knows?
Oh no, my headset's dying.
Monster. How do you never charge your headset before any? I
charge it all the time.
You never charge it. This is the 3rd stream in a row your headset's died. Anywho,
it hasn't died. It tells me the battery's low. So I just got.
But the way this works is the German government is giving every citizen who applies to get a Renault Zoe, they get 6,000 euros off the price of the EV, which covers the first 2 years if you're just leasing it. And so far, the way it's been looking over there, the dealer group Autohaus Koenig has over 50 showrooms across the country. They're advertising this for the 2-year lease. And they've been receiving over 150 inquiries a day for people wanting to get one.
I wonder if there's some sort of crazy stipulations with it, though. Like, oh yeah, we'll give you the car and it'll be free for 2 years, but you need to make X amount of dollars and you need to have a credit score over 760 or, you know, I wonder if there's any crazy stipulations or if they're actually just trying to get everybody to be in an electric vehicle.
It's being completely paid for by German taxpayers.
There's got to be something there. There's got to be some kind of a tax thing.
Someone's making money.
Yeah,
nothing is for nothing.
Well, no. So in all fairness, if you're a taxpayer in Germany and you don't have one of these, you're literally paying for someone else to have one. That's what's happening. It's a tax grant. It's a tax grant granted by the German government to Renault to get the ball rolling, to allow people just to show up as long as they qualify. There's probably some super strict qualifications, so there usually is, and then they get one. But in all technicalities, if it's German taxpayers' money, you've already paid for it. Let's be honest. Yeah. You've paid for it probably 2 or 3 times over. Because that's just kind of how taxes work.
But you know Renault's going to make out like crazy on this.
Oh, yeah, they're going to make out like a bandit. Because the grant is for them to offer it. It's not for them to actually sell the damn things.
Yeah, so... But it's going to get a lot more EVs into the German taxpayers' hands if they do want to go with this. And from Autohaus Koenig getting over 150 inquiries a day in their 50 different showrooms, looks like people want it. I mean, a free car is a free car, and if it's electric and it means you don't have to pay gas for the next 2 years.
I feel like 150 a day spread over 50 locations. It really isn't that many inquiries, actually.
But still, you got to think, people who actually keep up with the news, people who are interested in electric cars.
Yeah, people who actually want to go with something like this, you know.
I don't know, because I know a lot of people who hear free shit and go, sign me up. Little do they know that nothing is for nothing.
But at the same time, this article just came out yesterday. So it's the past 2 days, and they've already gotten this kind of headroom going with people wanting the Renault.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting. Because, I mean, I want to know how Renault pulled this off with the German government. Did they have some kind of meeting with, their politicians? Be like, we can help with the carbon footprint. Just give everyone our car.
I feel like it was probably the other way around. I feel like this was one of those things where it started in government. They reached out to a bunch of car manufacturers to see who wanted to actually take a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Renault's huge in Europe. I know that. They're not even offered in the States, although I'm pretty sure there's a couple of Kias and some other things that are just rebranded Renaults or something like that. But they're not, they're more popular there. It's not like Ford is to us as Renault is to, I think, Italy and France and a few other places.
It's one of the leading competitors in Europe.
It is.
And it looks like it would be one of our Nissans or one of our Toyotas.
Pretty much.
And it's kind of like how
it's like a regular commuter car, nothing fancy.
Like the Holden Ute was a rebrand, or no, not the Holden. It's not the Ute. But what was their sedan?
Monaro, and they have the Holden Monaro and the Holden Commodore.
It was the
Commodore is the sedan.
It was literally just a Grand Prix.
It was a Chevy SS, just rebadged.
Which, good luck finding one, by the way. Still want one so bad.
Chevy SS
or a Ute?
A Chevy SS. If I want a Ute, I can actually get a body imported and put onto a GTO.
Because it's a Chevy sedan that's a 6-speed manual with an LS in it.
Yeah, it literally is. It's almost faster than the Corvette of the same year, the base model, not the Z06. The Z06 was supercharged in that year, but it is almost as fast as the Corvette from that same year, and it's a freaking grocery getter and is rear wheel drive.
Yep.
You would you'd drive past and be like, oh, that's a neat little Ford, or why is it doing 120 past me? Because
why am I at the stoplight next to this mid-sized sedan, and it's making angry noises at me?
I know where there's one in Texas here that runs on a 300 shot of nitrous. Thing's wicked. Thing is wicked fast.
It's one of the best sleepers you can buy, I think.
It is, but first off, find one. Second off, find one that's already a manual. There was one last time I looked for sale anywhere, and that was a year ago. I don't even think you can find them now.
I'm pretty sure Chevy stopped selling them.
They did. They stopped that. They stopped the GTO, and they stopped. Was that because Holden went under in 07?
Because it was an actual Holden vehicle. It wasn't a Chevy rebadge. It was a Holden rebadge for Chevy.
Oh,
yeah.
They moved. Speaking of, Danny, I'm going to throw a link in chat for you. Speaking of Utes, if anybody wants a Ute here in the States, there is another way to do it. The Smith Performance, Smith Kits. They sell
is that the one that's on your side of the
different cars?
Oh, I know there's
They used to be really local to me. They used to be about 45 minutes away in Mass. It seems like they moved to Rhode Island since though. But they make a Ute kit for the Volkswagen New Beetle, for a Jeep, so you can basically turn a Grand Cherokee into a Ute.
Where'd you post
Dodge
this?
Charger, Jettas, Imprezas, Audi A4s. Pretty cool shit. A Charger Ute would be pretty dope. I'd drive one.
Oh, here it is.
And it's a fully comprehensive kit. They come with full diagrams. They tell you, basically, they tell you where to cut, and they send you everything. And I think right now they're doing a sale, and all their kits are $29.90. All kit sale rolls on.
I'll take a Scat Pack Ute.
I mean, Charger Ute.
Could you imagine
goes and spends fucking $90,000 to cut the car up.
Yeah, right. Could you imagine though a B6 S4 Ute? Like, click on the Audi A4 S4 tab up top. Like, I know you're not a big Euro guy.
I think we've talked about this website before because they're pretty cool.
Yeah, we've never talked about this on stream.
That one right there.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, that one right there. Like, I know you're not a big Euro guy, Danny, but like that looks like a good car.
It's not bad. It would just really freak people out at a light. Like, let's be honest, this is a car that would freak people out at a stoplight.
Plus, the S4s are all-wheel drive.
Yeah. So, what, you're taking, 300 pounds off the rear end of the thing by doing this? Easy?
Probably.
Figure the whole back seat.
$3,000, $29.90. They're all on sale right now.
That's pretty crazy. How was I know Danny, like Sam was talking about a company that does one for the GTO.
So I was actually talking about it. So there's actually a company. It's not a company. It's a guy and his son, and I think a small group of people in, I think, North or South Carolina. And what they do is they actually import the Ute bodies. Like, they get wrecked Utes from Australia. They cut the bodies off the frames and take the glass out, and they actually import the whole body, which is more or less a unibody anyway. So they just cut a whole bunch of pieces out. They send like 3 or 4 bodies in a shipping container at a time. Sometimes they send them over to the U.S. And what they'll do is they'll either cut your body off and weld that body on, or they'll cut the firewall out. And there's like 9 different ways they can do it. But you can do it. You can actually get it done. I can't remember the name of the guy that does it. There is a video. If you go to VinWiki on YouTube, anyone who's watching, if anybody's seen VinWiki, if you go to their YouTube channel, there's an entire video of a guy who did it. And it's neat. Like, it's super neat because that's the only way I know that you can legally get a Ute in the U.S., to my knowledge at least.
I did actually see that video.
So, and it's neat because, like, if you think about it, if you had the time and you could get your hands on like a clapped out G8 that was like a V6, or like a completely tore up like 04 GTO, because those are the cheapest GTOs you can get, you can build a pretty sick Ute once you rip the motor out and, like, you know, build it, which you'd want to do anyway. Like, if you're gonna spend the money to have a custom body fabricated onto an existing shell, like, how out there would it be for you to, like, go and spend another, let's say $5,000 just like building a motor?
Yeah, it's basically the only way to get like a Holden in the U.S.
At least until further notice.
Plenty of fresh memes in the meme chat.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna take that away from you. I really am.
You shouldn't have given it to me. This is your doing.
It's like giving a child Pop Rocks. Why did I do this?
Or one of those slide whistles.
No, at least with a slide whistle, I can beat you with it.
I'm just sitting here eating my Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Military diet. Bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch at 9 o'clock at night.
Popeyes and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Breakfast of champions.
Louisiana fast. Wait, are we gonna get copyright struck for that?
Yeah, ban. That was quick.
What did you?
That didn't take long.
I'm going to stop buying parts to get this credit card paid down.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at the memes he decided to post.
Oh god.
Super booty.
Danny will get a kick out of that one because he's a Ford guy.
All right. I will look at the memes for one moment, just to make you happy. You
I don't care.
monster.
Look at him if you want to or not.
How did I give you this ability?
I think it was Jeremy's idea, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, yeah, then you have no one to blame but yourself. That last one's funny if any of you are country music fans.
What, this one?
The very bottom one.
Well, I'm gonna make sure.
Fucking Brad Pitt.
Oh, shitbox nation. All right, so now that we've more or less devolved into staring at memes and trying not to get demonetized all at the same time.
Do you think we can get demonetized for memes?
I don't think so.
I think we can get
Do we have to put
demonetized for a lot of things.
Do I have to put a disclaimer saying that I do not own the rights to any of these memes?
No, I mean, they might demonetize us because they're offensive.
They're car memes.
Well, it offends me.
Well, I'm sorry, Danny.
Anyhow.
Sorry that you're a bitch.
Wow.
Saying, coming from the guy that owns 2 Miatas.
Coming from the guy that owns a Honda moped.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with it.
A Honda moped that doesn't run.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
maybe-
you somehow broken.
Still confused how the fuck you broke a Honda moped.
I'm still confused how the fuck he broke a Honda at all without nitrous.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys didn't see last week's episode, go back and watch. We found this man a nitrous kit for his Honda moped. Little 50 shot.
I still think he needs to buy it.
I think he needs to put a Predator motor, a turbo, and that on it.
I gotta take some time and actually like figure out what's wrong with it, because I was like 2 blocks away from my place and it just died when I stopped at a stop sign.
Okay, so this.
I'm gonna stop posting memes.
What
That's a lie.
No, yeah, don't ever lie to us like that. Okay, so what other news topics do we have to discuss, or have we just pretty much devolved into trying not to get demonetized?
That's everything I've put up so far. You guys didn't really share too much about anything for this week's topics.
No, we once again didn't plan at all. So
That's why this one's literally called this episode's called "Shooting from the Hip."
I saw.
Yeah. Anywho, I mean, let's get into the.
I got an article right here from Jalopnik saying Nissan's shrinking at an alarming rate.
What do you mean? What? Like?
Here, I'll post up the article. Basically, I think their numbers are down.
That's actually okay. So that is actually something to talk about. So this one's a little more technical, I guess. But of all things, Tesla, their stock has erupted in the last 3 days for some reason. And I'm not terribly sure as to why. I haven't done any research on it. So when you guys can look that up, I see the smoke coming out of both of your ears. So you're obviously already looking. But I do know.
Still reading that article.
Okay,
I'll give it a quick Google search though.
Jeremy, it's all you.
What are we talking about?
The fact that Tesla's stock shot up for some reason in like the last 3 days, like 1,000%. Like the buying rate of their stock has gone up.
It might just reflect off the Cybertruck, I would guess. Because what's the release date on that?
It's supposed to be in a few months, actually, I think.
So it might have spiked with more interest of people who want it.
I mean, I think right now, if you get on the list for the Cybertruck, you are a solid, what is it, like 17 months or 24 months away from actually being able to receive your truck according to their ability to produce at the moment. At least that's what they're projecting.
Yeah.
So, like, you're a good almost solid 2 years or more away from getting your truck if you get on the list today. I think it's more now, but that's the last time I checked that was a thing.
Let's see, top stories.
Yeah, we didn't plan this one out too much. Well, he's doing a little more looking. You guys want to?
Tesla's actually down in the last week.
What? I know people are buying stock like crazy.
Monday it was at 1764 a share, and currently it's sitting at 1,500 even.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big dive.
What? So why are people buying, or just people buying the stock because it dove?
Probably.
However, since the end of June, it was under 1,000.
So it shot up and back down. So the bubble may have popped. Anywho, before this becomes a buy now, one of those stupid shows on like the Money Channel where the dude's smacking buzzers and like screaming buy now, buy now.
Disclaimer: do not take any stock advice from me because I have no idea how to even buy stocks. So yeah, I'm not the person to take advice from on that one.
None of us are experts on any of that. So don't use us to decide where you will spend your millions of dongs.
I do it.
I can just state the current facts. The lowest point I see in the last month was Friday, June 26th at $959.74, and currently it is sitting at $1,500.84.
So I mean, if you bought it then, sell now.
Shut up. We don't give advice like that, sir. Anywho, so Nissan is shrinking.
But yeah, hold on. Let me go back to that article.
So it's
spoke to anonymous sources who said that the number will actually turn out to be around 30% this year. So 30% less is what they're looking at. Japan's number 2 automaker plans to produce about 2.6 million vehicles between April and December, down from 3.7 million during the same period last year. People said Nissan made 4.6 million cars in the financial year that ended in March. I wonder if that's just sales are down because of the whole bullshit
because of
what's going on in the world right now. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I just found a pretty interesting article.
There's also Nissan themselves rebranding their logo.
What?
Yeah, they made a new logo.
Okay, I need to find this. Hold up.
I posted a picture.
It looks pretty much the same, but more modern. Imagine like
Where did you post the
imagine
picture?
like a Portal 2 Aperture Lab kind of Nissan logo.
Okay, hold up. Are they actually gonna have that glow behind it?
Looks like it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that looks pretty sick.
They're copying Mercedes. Mercedes been doing that for years.
Yeah, but okay. This is a common fact known by most car people. Mercedes has been at the front line of car technology for
ever.
Like ever. Everything you find in a Mercedes-Benz immediately becomes standard equipment in every other car 5 years later.
Yeah, it's like Samsung versus Apple.
Yeah, like Samsung does it, and then Apple fucks it up.
Yeah, 5 years later.
Yeah, when
that's gonna piss so many people
I guess we'll change a little bit.
I don't care about them.
Yeah, I need you to change. You can use my homework. We gotta change the answers just enough so that we don't both go and get in trouble. Okay, so here's a good one. So I just did some basic quick Googling right here about some other stories here. So General Motors has revealed the identities of 12 electric cars will be introduced by 2023. The first is the Cadillac Lyriq, Lyriq. I'm not even going to try that. Which will be revealed in August. Others include a new Cadillac flagship and an SUV inspired by the Escalade. Wow! Are you kidding me? They're gonna make an. Is the era of electric trucks and SUVs really coming? Because like we have Hummer, which we talked about in episode 1. You have the Cybertruck now. Escalade's throwing their hat in the ring. Ford's working on one. Chevy, I know, is working on one. They've been working on one for years.
They confirmed they're doing an electric Bronco already.
Yeah. Is that just the new thing as electric SUVs and trucks? Is that just going to become the norm?
I mean, they're just the freaking,
Do we want to get back into this topic again?
Like, right. let's not beat the dead horse totally, but that's neat. To me, that's neat. Because that's going to be awesome to see a super luxurious brand like Escalade, which is notoriously stupid expensive because it's Escalade.
Cadillac, yeah. The only thing I see personally, something like that being ideal for is someone who lives in your rich neighborhoods. Like around me in southern New Hampshire, we have Amherst and Bedford, and they're notorious for being like wealthier houses and shit. Everyone's a little wealthier. The only thing I could see is like those homeowners buy them to go to the dump if they don't have people come pick up their trash, which most of them do.
Yeah,
but it's to go to the grocery store and come back. And they save gas money that way.
I'm just gonna want to. I'm gonna
like the hairy homeowner shit at Home Depot.
Yeah, my big thing is I'm gonna want to see what that new Cadillac's gonna be like, because I highlight out it's gonna be like the old Escalades. It's probably gonna be like that newer style Escalade, which to me is just a bigger hatchback. It's just a physically larger hatchback instead of a full size like an old, Suburban. They're like bricks going down the road. Like they're somehow bigger than my truck.
Well, yeah, because back then you could get them on 2500 chassis.
You could, and they also made a dually version, which I did not know. Dude,
speaking of Fords, I actually saw it was a E350 van with a 7.3 in it, factory dually. I saw one today on the road.
Really?
Yeah, they made them. They did not make very many of them.
They were rare as shit to find.
Yeah, just factory dually E350 with a 7.3. I think it was a 7.3. It could have been the transition year before the 6.0 when they had the facelift in 04, but it sounded like a 7.3. It didn't sound like a 6.0.
Okay, probably not. Anywho, so some more. I'm just gonna throw some like quick little things at you guys here. So BMW's next generation 2 Series coupe has been spotted. Coupe will stick with rear-wheel drive and eventually spawn an M2 variant. There might not be a convertible though, supposedly. So no more.
Jeep is doing a virtual press conference on the 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to reveal the new Renegade and Compass.
So the fake Jeeps that no one cares about.
Pretty much. Here's another good one. So this one may require a little bit more discussion. So Porsche is experimenting with 3D printing of high-stressed drivetrain components.
3D printed drive shafts?
No, there are some real benefits with pistons. With a piston, it 3D printed for the 991 generation GT2 RS. Porsche was able to increase output by 30 horsepower for a new total of 730 wheel.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I just pulled up Google. I'm looking at some pictures. That's cool.
That's neat. So that we may see a big jump in that. I'm not gonna lie. Being someone who went to school for engineering, someone who owns a 3D printer, and has dabbled in that stuff for some time now. That is neat. That'll be really neat. I think if that actually does take off, we're definitely going to see that take off with a lot of like the, European sports cars and stuff like that. Before we'll see that as like a normal thing for like your Chevy Coupe or your Nissan.
Yeah, no, that'll stay a high end.
At least for the next 10 years. But when it does fall and trickle down into like normal production, I think we may see a huge drop in price of
So it looks like
of vehicles.
I'm looking through some of the pictures now, and it looks like the whole thing. It looks like a casting, honestly. Like if any of you know what cast parts look like when they come out of casting, that's what it looks like. Yeah. But it looks like they have to machine the top of it. The top looks like it has a fresh machine and polish on it.
Most likely, because there's probably some tolerances there they cannot grab.
I wonder how it's got to take more time.
You would
got to take way more time.
Yeah, but it really depends. It just depends on how they do it. The thing with 3D printing though is that you can do it. It doesn't, but you can do 3D printing on site. Like you could literally just have a station, like at a dealership, and like, oh yeah, we cracked a piston. Okay, 4 hours in the printer and grab it. Just like machine the top flat and throw it in.
That's the thing though. Is a lot of dealerships don't have machine shops.
Yeah, but I mean, how much of a headache would it be just to build like just like a grinder, like something that has like a really fine grit, like sandpaper? You can just like run the top flat to get it nice and smooth and.
Well, but they're not flat here. I'll post up take a peek at that picture right there.
Let's see here.
It's a picture of a piston.
Okay, so they're dished a little bit.
Here, this is the this is the article I'm looking at from Autoblog.
Where'd you? Oh, I keep going to memes for some reason.
3D called flat 6 pistons from. I don't get how.
Oh, okay. So I actually understand how this process works, kind of. So I do have a little bit of background with this. Again, just being from an engineering standpoint and going to school for engineering. So how this works, this is multi-layer printing. What they do is they submerge it in essentially powdered metal. So these are more or less powdered metal, but what it'll do is it'll actually melt and bond the metal inside of that powder down into those designs. So it's like a laser. A lot of times it'll print, like layer after layer after layer after layer, kind of a thing.
If you look at the last couple pictures in that article, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, so that's how it works. It essentially, powder gets displaced, and there's a layer of powder that gets laid out, and then it actually, then the laser will actually, melt the powder into the design. Now the layer gets thrown on top, and it does it like that.
It's a very reputable company too that's making that. If you look at that first picture of the laser etching, and you look on the left side where it's you just see a square and it says Trump with an F at the end. Trump. They're a no joke. Like they're a very, very reputable company.
Any chance they're owned by Trump?
One of my old day jobs, we used all Trump equipment, all Trump machinery, and I'll tell you what, it's not cheap.
No, so it's kind of neat to see this, because if this actually does take off, it may be cheaper to make parts just because of the time required to have somebody on the machine, because it's going to require a lot less know-how to run this versus a mill or a CNC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which would be horrible for people's jobs, but it's a neat thing to me. But
I mean, that's pretty cool that they're able to do that. And since they're 10% later, they were able to crank out 30 extra horsepower just off having different pistons.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So again, that's another thing you get from 3D printing too. There's stuff you can do with a 3D printer you cannot do with a CNC. Like if you look at this picture right here, so you see all that like almost like an earlobe on either side of the wrist pin.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that, like, there's no physical way you could do that with a CNC. There's no way. I don't care if you have like a 7-axis CNC. There's no way you're getting that.
You could do it. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of tooling and a lot of expense.
Exactly. But
this is way easier.
This is a way cheaper process in that regard. If you were just printing a normal piston, it wouldn't make any sense. But if you're printing performance parts like this or lighter weight parts and stuff like that, you can do so much more, and it'll be so much better as an interior structure as well.
And it looks like the second picture in that article is like the original piston and then the 3D printed piston.
Yeah, you can immediately tell the difference in material here. Like you can see how much more intricate this work is versus this work. Like it's just what it is. Now the question just remains is how well they're going to hold up, because 3D prints are not notorious for being durable. Now with this being melted metal, maybe. But we only time will tell what it'll do.
Yeah. This is probably pretty similar to what they were using, something along these lines.
But on the topic of Porsche, they just unveiled their 2021 911 Turbo.
I like Porsche.
I don't know why you. I am not a Porsche guy. I really am not.
I like Porsches. It's funny. So there's a local car salesman around where I live, and their biggest thing is they sell used cars, and they had this ad that's been going around Facebook for the last 3 weeks, and it's a 2018 Porsche 911 Turbo S used with 7,500 miles on it. It's in Miami blue, fully loaded, and their ad just says $99 down. And that's it. I went to their website. I looked for a solid 20 minutes to try to get an actual price on the car, because the Kelley Blue Book range was anywhere from $125,000 to $175,000, and the only thing they had was $99 down with a brand new, or not a brand new, but a used 911 Turbo S in Miami blue.
Well, it's like the stupid movie saying in the movie that everyone's ever seen if they're into cars. You know what it is. If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Pretty much. That's true with a lot of things in life. But yeah, if you have to ask what the price is, you probably can't afford it.
Unless it's this C8 I just found.
Is it wrecked?
So the article states 2020 Chevy C8 Corvette for sale. Ran when dropped.
Dropped?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm reading the article through here. This thing is for sale. It's a 2020 C8 Corvette. If you're looking for something both affordable and unlikely to spill tears from a vet fan, dismayed to see you significantly alter it, Or hey, maybe you're the vet fanatic and you'd like to save the C8 from the crusher or a wayward modifier and restore it back to its original glory. Either way, the C8 suffered some misfortune in a brief life so far. It quite literally was dropped as a baby. The specifics are not intimately verifiable, but someone claiming to be the owner on Instagram and Facebook says their vehicle was improperly lifted at a mechanics at a Chevy dealership in Florida.
Of course it was in Florida. Of
So
course.
someone bought this thing.
They bought it, took it to the shop, and then they dropped it off the lift.
I have a sneaking suspicion they went in for the 700-mile oil change and it never came out.
Oh.
Could you imagine being the man who has to make that call? Like, seriously, can you imagine having to make that phone call? I would not. I would just be like, I'm done. Like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, think about being the mechanic and all of a sudden you hear crash, and you're just like, oh, shit.
Actually, speaking of that F40 that got wrecked, that happened a couple of years ago with an F40.
Yeah.
It went into a Ferrari dealership for maintenance, and the guy that was doing the maintenance on it went to go take it on the test drive around the block and fucking smashed it, wrecked it into the building.
Let me see if I'm going to move this article over to the... Oh my god, this is hard to look at.
Uh-oh, I lost my Discord page. It's like I seem to have dragged it somewhere on my monitor as to where I cannot I cannot retrieve it.
That man has lost his Discord. Let's see if I can pull this up. So while I'm pulling this article up so I can show you guys this picture, let's see what else is in the news.
I don't know where it went. I'm gonna minimize everything and try to see if I can just open it back up. I lost it.
Right click and full screen and it should pop up.
Well, I can't just. I can't find it. I can't see the taskbar to right click it and full screen it. I can't see it. It's gone. I might disconnect here real quick.
Okay,
Right.
so while I'm waiting for my stuff to pop up, I did find some more articles here. So Fiat, Chrysler, and PSA choose new name for merged company.
I literally was just about to say something. I was reading that article right now.
And it sounds like a medication.
Stellantis.
Stellantis.
Yeah, so...
It sounds
Fiat,
like ED
Chrysler.
medication.
Yeah, so Fiat, Chrysler, and Group PSA merger. It's a 50-50 merger. Closes as they expect the first quarter of next year. And the group... So logos and names of the companies will remain unchanged, but as a group merger, they are known now in headquarters as Stellantis.
I don't think I could walk around headquarters and not giggle every time somebody said Stellantis. Okay, I'm in here. Let me drop this in here.
People are going crazy over the new Bronco, dude.
They are. Again, let's be honest. It's probably the biggest car rebranding in a while. Okay, so I have it.
Oh, I found it. Sorry.
The man found his page. Okay, so let me see. I have the article right here about that 2020 Corvette. Let me pull this up real fast. So this is the this is the actual picture on the website. So this is the picture of the car as it sits currently. And here's the Instagram post where it fell off the lift.
Oh,
Yeah, it's hard to look at.
oh.
It's very hard to look at. That thing is that is another toasted car, and I guarantee you, like I said, that was probably in there for like its 700-mile oil change, and it just never came out.
I want. Oh, I see what happened.
Somebody took the wheels off and it fell backwards because it's a rear-engine car and it weighs a shitload on the back. Somebody did not put it on the lift right.
Well, it looks like they didn't completely set it on the frame underneath, and it just crushed the body panel on like the rear fender, on the rear like quarter fenders, and just destroyed the body.
Oh, dude, I would not want to do fiberglass on that at all.
It looks like the placement of like the rear.
The rear fork was not right, yeah, because it fell backwards and the thing, yeah, that is. Whew.
It looks like it was
that phone call.
Yeah, it looks like it was the rear passenger side fork was put under the car wrong. Because the driver's side looks pretty much okay.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny, but that hurts a little bit. That really hurts a bit. Okay, moving on. So,
can we talk about engines?
It's a fiberglass body still too.
Yep, it's a bass boat.
I found a crazy engine swap on Reddit.
Okay, hold up. Before we do that, we also have to hit one more new car thing.
I swear to God, if it's electric,
it's not.
Or about the Bronco,
it's not.
I'm going to fly to Texas and smack you.
It's neither of those things. You guys ready? So it's the 2021 Toyota Camry first look, evolving the formula, and that is all we're talking about. Moving on, because it's a Toyota Camry.
We touched on it, and now we're moving on.
Speaking of Toyota,
oh God.
On Reddit, I found a blacktop 20 valve swapped Scion XB.
Oh,
wait, what? A what?
A 20 valve 4AG blacktop swapped into a Scion XB.
But why?
There's the link.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm all for, like, treacherous engine swaps. Like the Mark IV Supra with a 12 valve in it. Like,
or the Corvette with a freaking 2J in it.
Or the Volkswagen air-cooled Bug with a 13B in it.
What?
Like, I'm all for blasphemous engine swaps, but, like,
20 valve.
But why?
XB.
First off, where did they find a blacktop? That is, like, number one.
And then they put it in a Scion.
I mean, sleeper status?
Piss off the pure status?
If we're going to go there, we should just put a Ford motor in a Corvette, but really
I'm about it.
Really
5.0 C8.
Oh, it sounds so good.
It does. It actually, okay, I'm gonna let this play for a minute because it does seem pretty neat.
Oh, that's it. Demonetizing coming at you in 5, 4, 3,
What do you mean?
2, 1. Cue it.
You know what the worst part is? The dude granny shifted first gear. You can hear him because he shifted at 5,000. This motor will do $9,000. I know it'll do $9,000.
It's a shame.
I just want to know why. Why do this?
I mean, why not?
I could say the same thing about half the stupid shit we do. Like, why did I buy a 302? I don't have anything to put it in other than a Lexus or a Miata.
However, make sure you remind the people what you were talking about putting in said Miata.
The rotary swap?
No, the Ford motor, the other Ford motor.
Oh,
or
the
was that
2.5 liter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still debating about that.
Don't do it. Put a Barra in it.
I won't fit. It will not fit in a Miata. Trust me.
I will make it fit.
It's taller than a Miata.
It's longer than a Miata. Let's be honest here.
You can't fuck with the firewall either, can you?
No, I can't move the firewall. I can move the nose of the car. I can make the thing 3 inches longer.
Or fit then. I'll make it fit. How about this? I'll make you a promise, Danny. Not only will I make that Barra fit in your Miata, but it'll have a clutch fan on it.
And that's how I ended up with a freaking AMG. You just might as well just put gull wing doors on. It'd be about as long as one. Oh,
come on.
God. So speaking of,
you should Barra swap the Lexus.
I do. I want to do one so bad. There's a guy that I can get him from out of LA, but I need to Make that decision. So we're going to call it quits on the news articles for tonight. We've already spent like an hour talking about car news and being very uninformative. So let's move on to a...
Good, because I just found another news topic about an electric car.
Good.
Sam.
We're done. We're done.
I didn't know what to really click on. It was about the new next-gen Jaguar XJ flagship sedan delayed to late 2021.
It's a Jaguar. You couldn't give me one.
You wouldn't drive a DB12?
No, I wouldn't.
Really?
Really. Because I'd need two of them. I wouldn't.
DB12.
I would need two of them. You know why?
Yeah, because you wrecked the first one in the first 15 minutes.
No. You need two of them because one's always going to be in the shop. That's just a Jag thing.
You're trying to tell me that Roadkill's Jaguar wasn't one of the coolest swaps ever?
That's different. Okay, that's a
Blown
swap.
350 small block in an XJ12.
That is a swap, sir. Okay, I am talking about Jaguar's wiring and motor. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about bodies. Their bodies are fine.
Funny side
Europeans
note.
can't make.
Funny
motors.
side note. Even Roadkill's Jaguar with a Chevy motor in it was also always broken.
Well, that's because. Never mind. Okay, so let's get off the news topic. So let's go into some more interesting stuff. How is everyone's current builds going? I know Jeremy is still trying to figure out what is wrong with his moped because, well,
I'm probably going to look at the Hachi tomorrow.
Sweet. Yeah, this man has finally found a Hachiroku for sale that was not a total box of shit.
It's kind of a total box of shit.
Here, hold on.
The dash isn't cracked, okay?
Let me find
the dash isn't cracked and the body's kind of straight, but other than that, it's a roach.
Here,
I'm not putting the link up. I'm not putting the link up just because it'll get bought in 5 minutes or less if somebody sees it.
Just
it's a good deal.
Anywho, but so this man finally found himself an 8.6. Josh, how is that stupid fucking 350 you're working on going? Have you ordered the 557 kit yet?
No, I have not ordered the 557 stroker kit for my 460 yet.
You're not allowed to talk on stream.
If you really want to know how it's going, let me preface a little information to you guys.
Means it's blown up.
I don't know what year the 460 is. However, it is pre-87 because it's still carbureted, and 87 was last year, the carbureted 460. That being said, it is, we'll call it an 87 just for shits and giggles. It's an 87 engine with 50,000 original miles on it, and it's never been broken apart. Intake's never been off. The exhaust manifolds have never been off. It is a completely bone stock 460. So I am having a hell of a time getting the goddamn manifolds off.
Have you tried making them liquid, sir?
Yes. Trust me. I am a welder. I know the ways of it can't be tight if it's a liquid.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
I think it's to the point where, thankfully, the studs that have broken so far, because I'm really trying not to break them because it's kind of a pain in the dick if any of you have ever dealt with broken exhaust studs.
I have to deal with one on the 302, actually, that I just bought.
Yeah, it's... thankfully, the only ones that have broken so far have broken and still left a stub on them. So I got the manifold off on one side, and there's still little stubs. So they're not like buried inside the block, which is so much worse. So I still have some options. I'm gonna try more heat on the head. More heat on the head. Use an actual torch instead of just a map gas torch.
Add fire.
I didn't want to warp the head.
You don't need no stupid head.
Worst case, I'm just gonna have to buy a $1,000 set of aluminum heads.
I mean, at that point, let's just go stroker kit.
Yeah, at that point, let's just drop another $5,000.
I'll guarantee you this: you'll pass everything on the road but a gas station.
Yeah. Granted, it's already going to pass nothing on the road, except it won't even pass a gas station. It'll literally pass nothing.
Yeah, it'll just stop dead.
Won't pass anything. Those motors came with 220 horse from the factory, 460 cubic inch V8, 220 horse. However, enough torque to pull buildings down. at a
I
whopping.
feel like you're
9.
missing about 200 horse somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's just a set of aluminum heads and a cam, but we'll see. Maybe EFI.
Maybe. You should go. Just Phytech. That's what you need. Get
Yeah,
Phytech.
that's
what I'm running on
that's
the 302.
that's the route I'd go. Probably a Phytech because they're pretty reasonably inexpensive. They're only like what $600.
I think the Phytech kit, at least the one I was looking at, because I was looking at like a 400 horsepower kit. Phytech body EFI.
600 horse systems, $1,000.
No, there's 600. Easy Street is 858. You could also just go with a friggin' 6-pack for $2,100. These Johnnies, you remember the old 6-packs from way back in ye old days?
Yeah. I do love the look. I'd have to put a tunnel ram on it though.
You would, and then at that point, you might as well cut the hood. And,
Exactly.
Just go full ghetto. Like let's slam it, put it on bags, put 15-inch wide Mickey Thompsons under the rear end. Like,
no, it's a dually. It'll get 24.5 polished Alcoas.
oh hell to the no, dude! At that point, you might as well just get you can get 24-inch wide like Super Street freaking or like Pro Stock level like slicks like Mickey Thompson. Something that would literally just spin the axle.
Pro mod wheels.
Yeah, just some pro mods and just throw them under there and be like, yeah, it's a dually. Where's the other rim? Shut up.
Shut your mouth.
I just welded them together.
Yeah, they're in tank 400 horse kits, $1,000.
Yeah, that's still. It's not bad. Like, let's be honest. It's not terrible.
No, but then at that point, I got to do heads and I got to do a cam, and then it's another $1,000, and then it's $2,000.
And then you might as well have just bought the 557 kit, and then we're just back at the 5. We're just making circles, sir. Do the 557.
No, because at that point, then instead of $1,000 set of heads and a $300 cam, I need a fucking $600 cam and $3,000 heads, and then the $2,300 fucking kit, and then I got to send the block out to get machined because sadly I don't have a fucking ability to punch out a block. Yeah, it's I don't know. Someday we're working on it slowly. I'm busy. I'm gonna try to get over there this week and get the rest of it torn down so I can start rebuilding it. Just a mild build.
And then on my end,
I'll tell you what though, it is the cleanest big block Ford engine I've ever seen in my life, other than being rusty on the outside. But like I pulled the intake manifold off, not a speck of anything out of place. Everything's fucking clean as it should be, clean as a whistle. Pull the valve covers off, no sludge, no nothing.
Something's broken on the bottom end. I already know it.
Shut your mouth.
You're gonna take the crank off, and it's gonna be like this.
So the engine for those of you that don't know, I'm building a new plow truck, and the engine actually came out of my old plow truck because
it rotted in half.
Yeah, it was an '87 Ford. It was rotten. The body was junk, and the frame was junk.
That's what happens when you plow truck.
Yeah, but a 50,000 mile motor with a 4-speed trans, 4-wheel drive, and the motor it ran real strong. But it's really clean. The motor's in really good shape, other than it being rusty and I can't get exhaust ducts out. But
good shape, except for it looks like it's been at the bottom of an ocean for the last 7 years.
Yeah, I'll try to get some pictures next time I'm over there. We can pop them and chat next week.
Oh yeah. I, however, have finally managed to get the motor for my swap, which is 302, which I've been talking about. I managed to pick one up the other day for a minty price of $200, with like 4 cams, 3 oil pans, like a whole bunch of extra shit, and I still have no idea what I'm putting it in.
It came with a turbo cam.
I did. What?
I've got a question for you guys because my colorblind ass can't tell. Look in topics and tell me what 4AG color that is.
There's a black top.
Is that a black top?
It's a black top.
Is it bad? Is it bad that I thought that was red?
How do you stop at lights? How do you know when to stop at
do you know how to tell the difference, Danny?
You know which one's where?
What, the difference? A red top is physically a red top motor.
No.
the lettering that says 16 valve is different color.
Yeah, the top of the motor, which is where
Yeah,
it says 16 valve, the valve cover is red.
No, not the valve cover itself. The lettering in the back left corner that physically says 16 valve.
Well, that's black on there. I'm pretty sure.
It's a black top. First off, it's black top by looking at the valve cover, but it's a black top.
No, the only difference is the color of the actual lettering.
No, I'm saying the design of that top, that.
Danny, you're thinking SRs.
No, I'm not.
You're thinking SR20. Yeah, red top SRs had a red valve cover, and black tops did not have a red valve
No, I'm
cover.
saying that valve cover on that 4AGE is only available on the black tops. The other red top style ones don't look like that either.
Well, it would either be black top or red top, because red top, it would say twin cam 16 valve in red. Black top, blue top says twin cam in black, but 16 valve in blue. And then red top. Black. Yeah, I think black. I don't see a picture of a black top on Wiki.
I'm pretty sure it's all black. The whole top of that, everything's black from what I can see.
Unless it's been painted.
And then a silver top basically looks like an SR.
Yeah, which is dumb to me. Oh, so this man's officially going to go buy a Hatchie.
And then a 5th gen black top, which came in wrong wheel drive.
Anything after
8.6. Pretty much. Which is funny because nothing in a late model 8.6 will bolt into an older 8.6.
But that's a
they
black.
shot themselves in the foot on that one.
They did. Although I will say this, I do like the bodies of the AE92, which is the model year after the 86.
Yeah, I know someone who has one actually. It was I think his is a 88, if I remember correctly. I met him at a car show one time, and it was pretty cool car.
I got a buddy of mine who lives here in Dallas who's got one, and he dailies the thing, and it's slammed out, like, I mean, on the ground.
Nice.
So, and it's,
yeah, you guys don't have to worry about shitty roads down there though, because you don't have fucking frost.
No, you're not wrong. No, we don't have nothing. The roads do not get tore up like they do up north at all. I enjoy it.
And you were in Jersey too. That's not even like up north. Come to New Hampshire,
dude. We still got 2 feet of snow like every year.
But
and our potholes are much bigger than yours. They don't get fixed ever.
I had one storm with 2 feet this past winter.
Yeah, but our potholes never get fixed, dude. There's still potholes from when I was like newborn. They're still in Jersey that haven't fixed. They just keep patching them. Like, yeah, we'll get to it.
Come to New Hampshire sometime.
But if you want to show chat my recent interest in my next venture in financial instability, there's pictures of the Hachi in Discord.
Financial instability.
Let's be honest, we're talking about race cars at this point. Like, it's at least it's a hatch or a coupe.
Yeah, I like the coupes a little bit more than the hatch.
Well, so this is something I would do.
Speaking of coupe versus hatch, let's have an opinionated discussion right now. S13,
those don't end well.
S13 coupe or hatch?
Coupe.
Hatch.
Coupe all day.
Really?
Coupe looks way better.
All day. Which is funny. I'm really picky with hatchbacks. Wagons, I love wagons. Every wagon ever is immaculate.
I saw someone who turned an S13 into a wagon.
That's badass.
Have you custom welded it?
Have you ever seen the S13 Ute?
I have. Yes. I've seen one in person. One showed up at one of the events one time. It was pretty ghetto.
Actually, I don't think I've mentioned this yet. I made a Ute a couple years ago.
I was there for that.
It was my daily driver. I turned it into a Ute. It was how
many Sawzall blades?
A lot of Sawzall blades and a lot of alcohol.
And you know how we sealed up the back
with a sheet of
We got Aaron Lewis over here on Facebook. He's hitting us with a coupe on the S13. Oh my god! Am I the only one who enjoys a hatchback?
I don't not enjoy them. I like the S13 hatches, but the coupes are better.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't. I don't know. I like the hatch. It's a weird thing for me. I don't know. Maybe it's like the way that the Type X. Like if you look at a Type X.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm really picky with my hatches. Like WRX hatchbacks, hate them. Absolutely hate them. Other than the fact that I don't really like Subarus in general. The The WRX hatchbacks, I don't like them.
I think
Volkswagen hatchbacks, I love them. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. But wagons, I love all wagons. WRX wagons, pretty cool. Other than the fact that it has a WRX motor in it.
Small wheels or big wheels? Depends on what it's on.
Yeah, it depends on what it's on. Like Aaron's car, Aaron has a 93 Volkswagen Fox sedan.
Ooh.
Or not, I think it's a coupe, but it's not the Volkswagen, basically. So I mean,
not a nice one.
Yeah, not the one I'd prefer. But it's on I think it's on 16s if I remember correctly, 15s or 16s, but his car looks real good.
Well, okay, so here's the question. Here's the follow-up for that then. Are we talking period correct wheels, or are we talking like Rice Arena wheels?
Well, not even just Rice Arena wheels. So like as 15s. Haha. So as we all know, I'm a Volkswagen kid.
You're a psychopath.
I'm a Volkswagen kid. So like Mark IV Volkswagens, so 99 to 05, they look great lowered on 18s. 17s look a little silly. They look a little small when your car is slammed. 19s look fucking massive. For whatever reason, Mark IV Volkswagen Jettas and GTIs look the best on 18s. However, though, as soon as you get like the same year, which would be a B5 Volkswagen Passat, if you take the same year basis Passat and put it on 18s, they look too small. The Passat's like 19s.
So like he's throwing out like old Mark I SSRS.
Yeah.
So on something like that, I would probably say if we're gonna do like a period correct build, I would do 15s, maybe 16s, depending on the car. But I'm right up there with you. I need the wheel well filled out. Like it bugs me that my truck is on 18s. So like I have my big F250 and I have 18s on it, but I've had two 75s on it for years, and then I had to have the tires replaced, and all I could get was a 265, and it actually physically bothered me because it was so much smaller in the wheel well. It did not look good.
Yeah. So my dad's truck, my dad has an 0560. It's on stock 18s, but he just needed new tires, and I think the stock size on those is like 33s. It's like 32.8.
Yeah, it's 245, whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just put a set of 35, 12, 5, 18 Federal Cordillera mud terrains on it, and they fit, and it looks aggressive, and it's great because they fit stock body, no rub it, full lock at all.
Yeah, see, that's what I like. On a truck or something like that, I have to go and fill that wheel well out. It bugs me seeing factory 16s on F250s, F350s, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. But
It's
on
even
something like
even the new Volkswagens. So I have my car is a 16, and I have a Sport, and it came with alloy 17s, with a machined face and black sides of the spokes, and they look nice. However, if you go with like their next model down from the Sport, it came with like a very similar looking wheel, with a machined face, alloy wheel with the black sides of the spokes, but it came in 16s, and even just the 1 inch, man, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, like your car looks really good as it is right now.
My car's on 18s now.
Yeah.
Very, very aggressive 18-inch fitment. So I don't know if any of you know how air ride works. But so basically the actual airbag inside the front strut, so it's a whole strut assembly like, a normal coilover would be, but it's got an airbag in the middle that rotates. The airbag can spin freely around it so that it doesn't get bound up with, your line and shit feeding through when you turn. I had an issue for a while where my bag would spin, and my wheel fitment is so tight that the barrel of my wheel was actually rubbing holes in my stainless steel leader lines for my air ride.
Ooh.
Because my fitment is that tight on my wheels.
You just start driving down the road and you're just like,
Yeah, literally.
that's when you start
morning and says like, fault, leak detected, and then I've had to limp it home twice because of that. I got it fixed now, thankfully, and now I keep a spare leader line with me at all times, and I can change it on the side of the road.
Or you could be like a normal person and just
fuck off,
sawzall the fucking wheel well and wide
No,
body
it's
the
not,
bitch.
that's not the issue. The issue is
And get
the
wider rims, different freaking offsets. Give it some poke.
no poke. We're
Come on.
VIP.
He's
Royal
got VIP. Yeah, he's VIP stance because when he airs out, he's tucked and tight.
You
Yeah, I
realize
had
that
to-
I'm building a VIP
I
drift
didn't
car
do it
with a wide
personally.
body, right?
I didn't do it personally, but I actually had a local Volkswagen shop to me, DTM Auto Works. They're very highly regarded in all of New England. I had them roll my fenders for me, and I put my wheels on and dropped the car off to them and said, I want these to tuck. And they had to pull the shit out of my fenders to get them to fit.
Or again,
Nope. Fuck off.
Pandem kit. Yeah. $3,000 later.
Not only that, I don't think they make one.
We can make one that'll fit. You can make anything fit with a Sawzall.
Just the ghetto ass universal flares. I don't think universal flares have ever once looked good on anything.
Miatas. NA Miatas, they look good on.
That must be the car that designed them around then.
Pretty much. Like, if you get them in like a decent size, they look amazing for some reason on a Miata.
But
Hey,
yeah,
Aaron.
speaking of my wheels, though, while we're still on the topic, if anyone saw my car in chat and likes the fitment, that is they are Rotiform LHR 3-piece. And the specs
They are $4,000 wheels, is what he's saying.
Yeah, I think the sticker on them was $5 because
Yeah, they're rotoforms.
The face is custom paint too, custom powder coat, white.
6,000.
But anyway, the specs on them are they're 18 by 9.5 with a plus 38 offset.
So, but when it comes to like wheels like that though, like on certain vehicles, I do need I've run 17s on my Miata. I don't recommend that. I rubbed so bad.
That's a big wheel on a Miata.
But it fit and it kind of looked good. But I was racing at the time, but it rubbed so bad. I have to run 15 by 8s look amazing on a Miata.
Danny, can I make a recommendation to you?
No, because this is a race car and I get my hands on whatever rims I can get.
That's all.
Oh no! I've fixed that problem
With a Sawzall?
with a what was it? No, actually, I use a post banger. A T-post banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I jacked the car up, jammed it in the wheel well, and just started twisting. And just flared the shit out of them. Now I tuck on 15 by 8 0 offsets. I'm like, yes.
At least you're on top of it.
It's your job. His job is to moderate a little bit. What's up?
That's a good picture. Pull that picture up. That's my car, my brother's old car, and Aaron's Fox.
Ooh.
In the general chat.
Ooh, okay, that looks spicy.
I like that.
I like that BMW. I like that. I don't know why I love E30s.
BMW.
That's
That's
BMW.
Aaron's
Or-
Fox.
Really?
That's a Volkswagen.
That's a 93 Volkswagen Fox.
Okay, I need to get my eyes checked. It's like 11 o'clock at night for me. But that,
However, my brother did just buy an E30 like 2 weeks ago.
it legit looks like an E30 to me, dude.
They look very similar to E30s. Yeah, I
They
can see
do.
it.
Like it's.
Yeah,
That's
my brother just bought an 87 318 Vert.
Jake did.
Yep.
You'll have to get pictures of that so we can show them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. If you guys, so officially to everyone watching, if anyone is watching, if you guys want to post stuff, I just threw the link up for the Discord. I'll probably throw that up on every future stream, and I'll probably have it pinned somewhere in there. But you guys can come in. We have the podcast general chat. If you guys want to post car pics, if you guys want to shout out like any meets or something like that when we're no longer in quarantine.
There's still meets going on.
Yeah, there's some, but it's not. It's
So-
nowhere near where it was.
Everybody social distance.
Exactly.
I know.
So-
I'm pissed. My fucking one show every year that I look forward to all year got canceled.
Wolf
Same thing
Scar.
I feel. My entire drift season got canceled.
Yeah, right.
My entire race. I have one, there's one more event, and it's this coming weekend.
Just
And,
road trip to the Clutch Kickers, the last Clutch Kickers event.
If I'm gonna go,
Okay.
I want to race. I want to race. That's my problem. If I go to these events, I want to drive, and my cars are nowhere near ready to go.
They're also nowhere near ready to compete. Those people are literally running like Pro 1 FD cars.
You'd be surprised how much I can get down in that little shitbox Miata. All right.
Taylor Ray, I think in the last event, I think it was 2 weekends ago or last weekend, he placed 5th in his 450 horse
6.2
LS
swap. Yeah. No, his all motor Miata. Yeah.
450 horse all motor.
And he's got way more time under his belt in that chassis than I do.
Yeah, that car is beautiful.
That car is fucking wicked.
I'm surprised he drifts a Miata as good as he does. I give props to anybody who drifts Miatas as well as they do because their wheelbase is so short.
It's twitchy. Like that's one thing I've noticed from driving one. It is
a very reactive car.
It is. It's very twitchy. That's the one thing that I've always noticed. And you can talk to anybody who drifts. Every time I go up against Miatas, they always give them an extra car length because of how twitchy they are. Because you never know what they're going to do. You might think like, oh hey. Whereas like if you're throwing it in a 240, hey, this is, bam, bam, Miata might be like fucking whack, whack. And then just like snap last second into the corner. And you're not going to be ready if you're trying to chase that. I've literally watched people about lose their bumpers and go off track trying to chase Miatas. And that's at stock power. That's a big thing with them.
I love that Fox. Pull up the
more
late picture in chat.
Oh man. God, you Volkswagen people, just
his license plate's no Fox. Come on, tell me that's not great.
That is pretty funny.
On a set of BBSs.
Oh, that you can't buy anymore because they went out of business again.
But does he have 2 of them?
No, that's just someone Aaron met. Someone who lives in
Well, as you know, there is Do you gentlemen know the Volkswagen handshake, the proper Volkswagen handshake?
I do not.
When you meet another Volkswagen owner. Aaron, do you know it?
I'm not going to say it, but I hope someone else gets it.
I'll give everyone who's watching a hint. If you watch Mighty Car Mods, you've seen the handshake. And it is funny as shit because I've done it to so many people and they are like, what?
Yeah, I was never a big Mighty Car Mods fan.
Some of the early shit I like, some of the newer shit I like, some of the stuff in the middle I just didn't.
Especially after they had those allegations of like hiding parts and shit and lying about their builds or something. I don't remember the specifics on it, but after that I was just like, yeah,
not really that happens with everybody. That's when someone gets popular, people start like saying shit. So,
oh yeah, that's how it always goes.
Oh,
here you go.
What are you doing? I hate that I gave these 2 admin privileges over anything in this Discord.
No, just looking at the podcast.
There it is.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. I actually saw it it was in a day to remember meme.
Yeah, that is the proper Volkswagen owner's handshake right there. You can't tell, but their hands are coming out of their zippers.
Do you know who actually was the original inventor of the Volkswagen Beetle?
Yes, but if we say it live, we're probably going to get banned, so no.
Let's just say it was
Google it.
Google it. Yeah, that's
just because everyone Google it. Just you might
Google,
end up on the list.
You can say the first name without getting in trouble.
No, you can't. Clearly, I learned that the hard way with my Xbox gamer tag.
Your Xbox gamer tag, I'm gonna say it, was Adolf hits her.
Oh my god, we are and we're off the air. That was quick.
There goes the demonetization.
And off the air. Oh my god.
That gamer tag got reset like 4 times, and I kept changing it back to it because it was hilarious.
Surprised they even let you use it anymore.
Oh, I had to keep changing it.
Yeah, every time he would get banned again and would have to change it.
But I'm not going to segue into Xbox gamer tag discussions with that first name.
Yeah, let's not do that. So what do you got? Okay, so let's do one more interesting topic that we can all kind of chime in on here. What is the since 2020 has pretty much just not happened because we're like 7 months in and we've missed half the year already.
I'm convinced 2020 is going to be like the mullet. We're going to party in the back half.
Just watch it all burn. So what are some car culture mods and stuff like that you guys are excited to see the end of for 2021?
Stance gang.
That's never going away. That is just never going away.
I don't know. I'm a fan of tasteful stance.
There's a difference between slammed and running on the inside sidewall of the tire, okay?
Yeah, no, it's these people running, negative 14 degrees of camber, like that needs to go away. That's just disgusting. But, tasteful, like my car at ride height sits at like negative 3 degrees of camber in the back. And it looks almost normal. It looks nice.
It looks like a reverse drift car, okay?
Well, good, because it's front wheel drive. So I'm just doing J turns. Just reverse donuts.
Do you understand the point of camber, sir? Like, do you?
Yes, I know the point. So that when you're apexed in a corner at full lock, your tires lean into the corner.
So think about that. Your rear tires don't fucking move.
Yeah,
they don't turn. It's not a fucking R33, dude.
No, but that's only when he's aired out. When he's actually at ride height, they straighten out for him.
Do they?
Not completely. They straighten out to about negative 3. They sit at about negative 5.5 when I'm aired out.
All right, so you're the exact problem.
No, I'm not the problem. I think my car is very tasteful. Granted, it's all personal opinion.
Your car looks good.
I think my car is pretty tasteful. Now, a lot of people take it way too far. You see like I said, negative 10 degrees of camber in all 4 corners.
Yeah, there's no chance of them ever running out of tread because they're not even riding on the tread.
Exactly. I won't lie though. As long as you have a good alignment on your car, even with camber, it's not that bad. I still get a full season out of my tires. And then at the end of the year, I rotate them and then run them for another season.
I mean, I suffer from wicked camber wear on the race car, but in all fairness, I can't zero out my rear camber.
Not camber wear, it's toe wear. Fix your toe.
No, it is 100% camber wear. I have almost as much negative camber in the rear of my race car as you do in your aired out car, and I can't fix it. I need to get new upper control arms to push them out. I'm maxed out on my coilover ride height. So I get wicked camber.
But no, the word camber wear is kind of a myth because generally it's not just camber that destroys tires.
Well, when you're drifting it is 100% camber that destroys your tires.
You're drifting, yeah.
No, when your contact patch is that big on the inside of the contact patch of the tire, and that's what's wearing out, that's not good.
My contact patch is probably just about half the tire, maybe a little under, maybe like 40% of tire is my contact patch. But everyone says like, oh, you must fucking blow through 4 sets of tires a year because the camber wear, blah, camber wear. Camber isn't what causes the tires to wear unevenly. Bad toe is what causes the tires to wear unevenly. That's what causes tires to chop. And in which case, your car will absolutely... Because your toe is the degree of your wheels pointed in or out and not being perfectly perpendicular. If they're perfectly perpendicular, they ride fine. As soon as you're toed out or toed in a little bit, what happens is as you go down the road, not only is that tire spinning, but it's also dragging because it's not running straight, which is what wears out tires faster than anything.
That or doing just wicked nasty burnouts for the memes.
Yeah, well, you got to do it for Dale.
Because like in a racing perspective, in a lot of cases, toe is necessary, but you're gonna have to change tires anyways.
Yeah, like I think I run like half a degree of toe. Most of the guys I know run some degree of toe in drift.
Yeah.
In circle track, you run toe, but it's usually negative positive, so that everything points in. It pulls into the corner. I think road course, there's some degree, again, like half degree or less, that they run just to actually cause the car to slow down when they go into turns.
Yeah, and to help
a natural bite. Yeah. So, anywho, but I mean, I would agree. I would love to see the end of running on 4% of your tire.
Yeah, hot boy stance.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love hot boy. I just don't like Hot Boy stance.
No Hot Boy stance.
You want to do like fucking? You want to be like Big Wang Gang? Like, let's go.
Dude, I am
18650, let's
100%
go.
behind Big Wang Gang on anything.
Is it
Anything.
18?
You want to take a 99 Toyota Corolla and put the biggest, most ridiculous chassis mount fucking Big Wang on the back of that thing? I am 100% for it.
I can't remember. Is it Big Mountain Labs that makes the 1850?
Yes, it is Big Mountain Labs, if I remember correctly.
Big Country Labs.
Big Country Labs?
That's it.
What are
They make
thinking?
some of the dopest wings.
They do, and they're not terrible. Oh god, that just blew me out.
Yeah, I had to open more black windows on my main monitor because if I just open like a white like Google page, my entire face just turns completely ghost white.
But we are 5 minutes away from hitting the 2-hour mark, boys.
We are. We may.
Ooh, look at us go.
We're getting pretty good about this. Okay, so I'm going to show this. So this is the Big Country Labs wing that we're talking about. This is on an FC just because, I mean, why not? But that, Big Wang Gang. Just that Big Wang Gang, boys.
I love it.
That's only 17.
On a 99 Corolla, dude.
I don't know if that's a 17 or an 1850. Big old cutters on the side. Oh. I don't know why I like that. I'm that weird guy that likes chassis mounts.
That's not a chassis mount.
I know it's not, but I'm that weird guy that likes chassis mounts with those big.
I love chassis mounts. Like here, Danny, you'll probably. Oh, this is in Forza. I think this is a Forza rendering. But like, it could just be a way over edited picture. Where are we? Right here.
Oh shit.
Podcast General. Peak Podcast General.
That is so small.
Aaron said, "Hell no."
That was a while ago.
I can't tell how long ago that was.
That was to something.
But that's an S550 with a big old chassis mount on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like they look good. They look good on certain things. But like, you know what I would love to see the end of in 2021? Mall crawlers.
Yes.
I want to see Brodos. Like, if you're putting,
I can't lie, dude. I can't lie. I love a bro dozer that's done right. Like if you're lifted 6 inches on fucking 24 by 14s with stretch rubber bands on it, I kind of dig it. I can't lie.
You know what I
moved him to the other chat where he belongs.
Get him back down here. Oops, now he has to start his camera back up.
This just has to hit the button. I put you in your timeout corner.
Did you just DT me?
But
Brodos.
back in general chat, that's probably one of my favorite things to see a chassis mount on.
Really? I mean,
Yeah,
that's wicked, but that's also a front wheel drive car, sir.
I don't care. I love how Mini Coopers look with a chassis mount.
You know, you're really leaning into this small thing. You know that, right?
Fuck off.
However, one thing I would love to see the end of
Fucking
in
leprechaun.
2021 is the Texas Tilt.
You mean the Cali lean?
The Texas Tilt.
It's a Cali
God.
lean. I'm not
The
taking
Texas Tilt.
My state does not take. That is a Cali lean.
The Texas Tilt.
That is a Cali lean.
Texas Tilt. It's disgusting and it needs to be killed. Kill it with fire.
Discuss in the chat. Back to what Josh was saying.
No, he's back from being thrown into another chat by Danny.
That's what he gets.
I like it. It has to be done right though. Like, don't get me wrong. It doesn't always look good.
If you have to put super chrome KFC bucket ass rims on your truck, I don't know.
It's definitely compensation.
I don't like chrome on a truck. I don't even like chrome on my Cadillac. And that's really saying something. I just don't like chrome on a truck. To me, it doesn't go well. I'd rather have black, white, literally any other color than chrome.
I don't like chrome like in almost in any form or fashion.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a new age thing or what, huh?
Danny, you have an NB Miata?
No, NB? No, I have an NA. It's the same. It's literally the same thing.
Up and down headlights.
Well, then why have you not bought this yet?
Because it doesn't run.
He has 2 of them because he got my Miata.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
I'm waiting. I just jumped in the general chat for no reason. Because
Hold on.
neither of them
Hold on.
run. That's why.
Yeah, I was about to post that picture too. Chassis mount the Miata.
Yes, I want to do a chassis mount on the race Miata at some point. When I get the other one done, the white one, it will not have a chassis mount. It will have a ducktail, but that is also going to be like a wide body, like stancy kind of a car.
If I get a 74 too.
If I was gonna get a Miata, which I've also looked at getting another Miata, I don't know if I'd want to go NA or NB.
They're literally the same thing. The only difference is the front clip. Truthfully,
Can we just? I don't know if any of you saw that article or that website pulled up from Battle Arrow. Can we just reflect on the fact that that is a beautiful chassis mount kit that I feel like isn't the worst price for
the Swan neck. It's $1,000. Yeah, it's not bad.
$1,250 for the 74. But the car that's in it is on like a janky set of eBay JNCs.
I don't know.
It is. That's kind of funny.
I kind of like that wheel, but
I do too. I just like the original, not the eBay knockoff.
It's 74-inch wing. Dude, that would literally. I don't think that would fit in my freaking carport.
With boomerang end plates.
Oh my god, that is.
Don't be trying to wall tap anything while drifting because you won't. The wing will.
No. What you do is you place it the perfect size so that you can scrape the bottom of the fucking winglets on top of the concrete barriers.
Or you just do what Hurt did and make them out of cardboard because you're gonna rip them off anyway.
Yeah.
True. I do love the Torque Stallion. I just love chassis mount wings. I'm gonna see what else they make wings for.
Oh god, this man's about to buy one for his Passat.
I don't have a Passat.
He drives a Jetta.
Same goddamn thing.
No, it's not. However, they do make a chassis mount kit for a C6 Vet.
I've actually seen that. I've seen that before. It's kind of wicked.
Oh, and they make the S550 kit.
Yeah. It's Battle Arrow makes everything. You can probably call them up and be like, hey, I want to put one on a freaking Mini Cooper. And they'd be like, oh,
And
okay.
you can get it in a 74 for an S550. That's pretty punk rock.
They're pretty cheap, though. Compare that to, like, Country Labs. That's pretty doable, because that's a full kit, versus Country Labs, which is just a wing, I think is like $1,800. But I think also, too, though, you're talking carbon fiber versus fiberglass. I'm pretty sure Battle Arrow is all fiberglass.
Probably. It's fucking $1,250.
Yeah. Either way, though, that's still pretty wicked.
Swan neck for the NA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Battle Arrow doesn't make the mini chassis mount.
Anywho, before any of us try to buy any of these products, because we sure as hell don't need help spending our money, because we're really bad at that. Yeah. What about you, Jeremy? What do you want to see?
What do I want to see gone?
What do you want to see gone from car culture in 2021? Because 2020 is almost over. Let's be honest.
Danny, just look at this one picture though.
See, those are universal fender flares, by the way.
Yeah, but swan neck chassis mount. Primo.
That's a new thing. That is definitely new.
Primo. I love the swan neck.
Scumbag me into buying a Battle Arrow wing.
That's an NA Miata too. I can tell by the door handle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I clicked on the NA Miata.
Yeah, he's specifically trying to scumbag into spending $1,500 right now, and I'm not.
$1,250.
Anyway, tax and shipping, asshole. It's $1,500.
Tax. Come on. Please.
I can't write that off as ag. Okay, I definitely can't be like, yeah, this is for farm use. I'm putting it on my tractor.
Yeah, that's for farm use.
Something I probably want to see gone. Like, there's not a lot I don't like in the car culture,
except for mopeds.
There's a lot that can go wrong when people are stupid. People need to fix their wheel gap the right way. Like tire defender. Like,
you don't want to see people jamming bats in there anymore.
But like a a car on bags with a tight fitment on stock wheels looks better than a car on $5,000 wheels with a gap the size of my fist.
It's called a shoe test, sir.
There's actually a great website for that.
There's multiple websites for that. But that's the thing I hate is when people try and buy really expensive things like wheels and it looks like shit after because they didn't try and fix the fitment to accommodate that wheel.
Can we talk about something that I would personally like to see come back that you're probably both going to hate?
What's that?
It was a Japanese trend back in the 90s.
Bazazuko.
Yep, that's the one.
That hasn't gone anywhere, dude. It's actually re-exploded in the last 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big thing here in Texas.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, Bozuzoku would be dope to see around more.
Says the man who bought a Bozozuku freaking moped for the sole purpose of making a Bozozuku moped.
Exactly.
And putting a 50 shot of nitrous in it.
And a turbo-powered Predator motor.
But like someone did it with a Mustang. Bozozuko Mustang.
They're neat. I would build one as a show car, but I would definitely not try to daily it by any means.
That's pretty dope.
No, I just love how fucking absolutely ridiculous it is.
I don't think you can get more American than that unless there was a bald eagle and a bush white on the hood.
I don't think Bozuzoku passes inspections though.
Depends.
Technically, according to New Hampshire state law, any non-OEM modification doesn't pass.
I live in Texas. I don't give a shit.
In Florida, they don't even have vehicle inspections.
So it depends on the state you live in and the car. Because, like, the car can make a difference, too. Because, like, if it's a super old car like that Mustang, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't pass today's emission standards anyways.
Oh, my God, Aaron. If you freaking do that, I swear to God.
Like a Bozu. Dude, that would look dope.
That would be wild. They can get like 40 foot wider and longer.
But I think that's it, guys, for this week.
Yeah, we're pretty much burning.
Ooh, hold on, Danny. I found that car you were talking about last week that you couldn't find. Do you remember what we were talking about?
You're going to have to remind me. It's late.
We were talking about old luxury cars.
Oh, like that YJ33 thing I was talking about?
Yeah.
It's a VIP like limo thing that you can get in Japan.
But it was actually a Toyota.
Yeah, it's a Toyota, which is a Lexus.
It's the Toyota Century.
Is it?
I just put a 91 up in chat.
That's it. That's the car I'd love to get my hands on to do a VIP build out of.
Oh God.
Or in like 97, they made them in 4-doors.
Yeah.
Or like even bigger 4-doors.
Yeah, it was a mild stretch. That was it. I couldn't think of it. In Japan, they're called like YJ33s or something like that. So
why do we want these?
For VIP stands. Okay. The thing literally has curtains in the back. Okay, you throw a fucking rug and a chandelier in, and you pretty much got a living room.
There's some guys that live up in Quebec that I usually see at I usually see him at Wolf's Guide every year, and I don't remember the model because I really am not good with old Mercs, but they have an old big body Merc on air that has like it's like pure VIP. It even has like the little fender flags, like little stand up like 6-inch long German flags on the front fenders. And like it's so primo. I love it. I love old luxury cars.
The worst part is you buy them for nothing, and then you drop so much money into them to the point where you could have bought a brand new S-Class Mercedes for the same price.
Yeah,
just
but
to make them nice.
They look so good.
They do. They really do. Well, okay. As Jeremy said, I think it's time we cut it. At this point, we're just kind of rambling on and dragging.
But also the 91 Century, if you see that first picture I posted, has fender mirrors. I love fender mirrors.
I do too. So okay, this is for real this time though, guys. I think we're gonna call it for the night. It is well past midnight for me. I know Josh is it's like dying right now. It's like almost 2 for him.
Yeah, it's 1:20.
Jeremy can fuck off.
I got 3 hours of sleep last night.
That's why you're like this.
Hold on, I got a VIP style for you before we get.
We're gonna do one more. We need one more VIP style, just because for some
What are
reason we
you-
all like VIP.
You in a rush, Danny?
Midnight, dude. I gotta work in the morning. Some of us have day jobs.
Yeah, I have a day job too, but tomorrow is Saturday.
Well, some of us don't work Monday to Friday. You prick.
Well, that sounds like your own fault, Mr. Geek Squad.
Mister, I'm gonna hit you with a book.
Do it.
Let's see this.
Yeah, what is that? A 190E?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, it is. I don't know what it is. I really only like VIP cars that have them big flat noses. Like the JZX 100s, I love them because of that big flat nose.
JZX 100s.
Yeah, or the what is the Nissan equivalent? It's what the hell is it called? It starts with an S, I think. But it's their equivalent of like a JZX, but it comes with an RB instead of a 2J. Fuck, what is it called? This is gonna bug me all night. I'll remember at some point. Anywho, before Jeremy finds something else crazy, yeah, we're done for the night, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Switch over to the stream ending tab now.
See you later, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for dealing with us tonight. Hopefully next week we'll have a better.
Oh, it's the Y32. The
Is that
Nissan Y32.
Okay, so I was close. We'll tune in. Hopefully you guys will tune in next weekend, next Friday, 10 o'clock, give or take 40 minutes.
10 o'clock Central,
10
11
o'clock,
Eastern,
whatever.
and 7
8
Western.
8
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Western. Okay.
Don't forget to go check out the Spur of the Moment Facebook page. Join the Discord if you guys want to hop in on any discussions or possible topics. Check out the Twitch and YouTube for any uploads coming. Danny uploads when he's at the track when he gets time.
Or if I'm in the middle of if I can get back to doing some of these builds, because I am going to be restarting doing some of these build videos. Also, for everybody who wants to jump in Discord, I think we are going to be doing a caller. We're gonna do like a special guest thing next week too. We'll maybe see if we can get like 1 or 2 people in to kind of chime in if you guys want to join. So go ahead, follow us there. I think there's also an Instagram somewhere. I have no idea where it is, and I'm not even gonna try to remember because it is midnight for me. So thank you guys. See you guys next week, and enjoy life. That's what I was gonna say.
See you later, everybody.
Later.